Republicans in the Senate are trying their best to avoid a dirty little secret that might have them at odds with President Trump. As the news has focused on Los Angeles and federal troops, and before that, the feud with Elon Musk and the One Big Beautiful Bill, a major international story has lapsed largely from public view. Here on Capitol Hill, though, there is a Senate bill that has 82 co-sponsors. Imagine that. It would expand sanctions against Russia over the war in Ukraine to include penalties against any companies or persons that have been buying Russian oil to help pay for Vladimir Putin's war of choice. GOP members themselves believe it could pass with a veto-proof majority. The chairman of the Senate Armed Services Committee, Roger Wicker of Mississippi, is a strong supporter of the bill and military aid to Ukraine. In fact, I brought it up to him how he wears it proudly on his lapel. Chairman Wicker, can I ask you a question? Because you're wearing a Ukraine lapel pin.
Yes,
and for every day the Russia sanctions bill languishes here, brings a worse night for the people of Ukraine. One is not going to end the other instantly, of course. But are you prepared to wait out the president? Are all of you prepared to wait out the president on this when he seems to have lost interest in ending the war?
Well, you're making that characterization, not I. But let me just say that this is a matter that Senator Graham has worked hard on. I know he's working with the chairman of the Foreign Relations Committee, and my hope is that this bill can come to the floor within the next few days, perhaps next week.
Chairman Wicker, what is your...
I do not know the schedule of the leadership on that, but it is my hope that this sanctions bill will be passed. I think the House of Representatives will pass it by enormous bipartisan numbers also, and I think the president will sign it.
President Trump has said he will know if he has to get tougher on Putin to bring about a ceasefire, quote, in 2 weeks. That's something he said week after week for the better part of 2 months. His direct call with Putin last week did not move Mr. Trump to take any action either against Russia or for Ukraine, even though he concluded Putin is not that interested in getting a ceasefire. The question is whether he'll accept the Senate and House acting in his stead. And here I am interrupting my own stand-up, as we say in the business, because that reporting was done earlier this week, and I wanted to make sure it did get out. As the wife, the kids, grandkids, and I are headed off to a week at Disney World in Florida. I will not be doing any briefs in the morning during that entire week, and expect to be back with you on the 23rd or the 24th, not really sure. Anyway, with Ear on the White House, I'm Bob Costantini.